Hey guys, welcome in. I want to do a reading for the Divine Masculine. Long story short, I couldn't be bothered to finish my breakfast. The universe is like, oh my God, DM is up to something. And I get this in the pre-shuffle. There's some there's some kind of shocking realization that the Divine Masculine has had. This is almost like if you're going across the carpet with your socks and you go to zap one of your siblings and they get pissed off at you. There's some kind of like weird, petty back and forth argument that the masculine's dealing with. Underneath there, we do have the Father of Pentacles. There seems to be some argument as to it's like, who's the breadwinner? I don't quite know exactly, but there's some kind of argument going on about who's going to be in charge because this masculine, they're skipping over something. Yeah, that Five of Wands just was sticking next to the Father of Pentacles. There's some defensiveness going on. There's argument, who's in charge of what and who. And this masculine's second guessing themselves. They know that they need to do something. I don't think they're quite certain what to do, but oh, see this? The universe is delivering a very upsetting realization to this masculine regarding their karmic situation. So if you're kind of curious what this is, you're more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berries, psychic medium and divine channeler, hoping to bring you a message. Now, always remember, my messages are candid, unscripted, but they are also timeless, so please tap into your instincts. Listen to your intuition. If there's anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. Loosen up. This message may not be for you, but if it does resonate, please let me know how by liking and sharing your experiences in the comments below. Whoa, as I was trying to channel my little opening spiel, like I just suddenly felt this tension in my shoulders. My body temperature suddenly increased. There is a lot of frustrating energies going on around the masculine. So we're going to be having a look at how they feel about their karmic situation, how they feel about their karmic in general. We'll also ask the universe how it is that the masculine feels about you. And we're also going to get a message for the divine feminine so that you can kind of know how to navigate around this, even if you guys are within separation. And then we'll also get a little bit of a hint as to what masculine might do, and then the potential final outcome. But at the base, before I go to cut, I'm hearing, Freddie Mercury wanting to sing is like, I want to break free. Whoa, I can't even keep that on key. Like, there's something that is disharmonious going on around the divine masculine. They've been working so hard on trying to protect themselves, protect their time. And I think that whatever it is that masculine is faced with right now, like, they need some help, but they're trying to power. They know they need help, but how do I phrase this? It's such a masculine problem. It's like they feel like the burden is completely on their own shoulders. That would explain why I felt all of this tension. They know they need help, but it's more like if this was, say, a nest egg saving up for retirement, it's the idea that, well, I've already invested with this person. I've already poured money into this. I might as well keep going because eventually I am going to find what it is that I'm looking for. But this is the past. This is sort of what's led up to this particular realization with the DM. Let's go ahead and cut. Let's dive into this reading. I'm a little bit checked out, which is probably a good thing for you guys. I don't know why I'm saying it that way. This masculine, they're tired, they are exhausted. I suddenly feel as though I have dark circles underneath my eyes. Even though I can't see myself, I can feel the darkness going on. And look at the star. This masculine's trying to bring in hope. They're trying to bring in light. And the problem is they're going the exact opposite direction of what the divine's trying to tell them. But the universe is actually, because we saw that Eight of Wands a little bit earlier, the universe is helping the masculine find out how they can achieve their dreams, but they have to address this heartache. But it's sort of this us other feeling as though, again, it's that, oh, I hate that feeling. When you step on a Lego brick, especially if you're wearing like bare feet, and it's even worse if you have pre-existing foot problems like plantar fasciitis. This masculine keeps stepping on the karmic Lego bricks and it keeps hurting them. But it's sort of this vicious cycle of they step on it, they get angry at it, they get angry at themselves, and they take it out on somebody else. Now, this could be your masculine. This could also be the karmic, or more than likely, they're doing this to each other. I just get this sort of, it's not like a fist bump as in this is cool. This is fighting, arguments, defensiveness. It's just like two siblings getting angry at each other. And it's worse if this is a married couple, but it's more so resonant if this is more like a masculine who's dealing with a karmic mother situation. What's their feelings towards their karmic situation? Oh God, like don't let this Father of Cups fool you. This is I'm the mature one here. No, I'm the mature one here. Fuck you. I'm the mature one here. What do we have about feelings with the karmic? Oh, the karmic is bringing up my throat chakra wants to give out. Wow. It's like the karmic is bringing up, well, you said I was your dream come true. You said you wanted to be with me. Like there's a lot of this past energy that's cropping up right here. Their feelings towards their feminine. Oh, oh man, this is not a great feeling. It's, I'm making references about stepping on Lego bricks, but this is more like with the karmic, they step on the Lego bricks, but when it comes to divine feminine, they stab themselves in the foot. There's this old wound that they never actually took care of, and it's starting to fester within their soul. So let's clarify what's going on right here. This feels very ungrounded. So like because everyone's feeling a little bit feral, I'm gonna grab the animal totem. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee here. Holy crap. I really feel like this masculine, they have to deal with some throat chakra upgrades. Like, because I feel like if this is blue along with purple, this masculine is still dependent on the karmic feminine's opinions about things. Because I do read these cards within the upright, but I keep focus. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna let's talk to karmic feminine. Somebody wants to be in the middle of the spotlight. Somebody's hella jealous. Someone keeps bringing up the past. Oh my God, this is really annoying. This is exactly what it is that they are like. It's just petty arguments. Especially, it's like, oh, this is the weirdest way of looking at the deck, but this is how I'm showing. It's sort of like three cards here, three cups here, three cups there, three cups everywhere. This is the weirdest way of looking at a love triangle, but that's what's showing up when I look at this card. Because you're kind of the third party. Like, think of it this way. If this masculine is completely entrenched with their karmic feminine, it's kind of like, oh my God. Horseshoe radicalism problem. The only thing that's keeping this karmic and masculine together, oh man, please take this with a grain of salt. The karmic hates you. I mean, the karmic fucking hates you. Like, the karmic is happy that you got stabbed in the foot. Masculine loves you. Masculine knows they stabbed you in the foot and they feel guilty and they don't want to approach you because they know that they could make things worse. They don't think you'll forgive them. That's their assumption. But the only thing that keeps them together is masculine's guilt about you and the karmic's, I won't say fear and anger about you. Like, these three cups are about to fall, and these three cups are all about you. What do we have? Two of Swords. Like, suddenly the air is clear, like, in the environment. It's masculine and karmic. They kind of didn't agree to disagree. And it's just very much on the surface. Both of them agreed that you are out of their life. It's like they had a huge fight about you, and this could have been ages ago. They had a huge fight about you and said, fine, I'll sacrifice divine feminine, like she was like lamb on a platter. and I'll do this to make you happy. Like, I'm being a little bit extreme about it, but we have this poor little bison right here. Like, bison didn't deserve it. You certainly didn't deserve it. I think it's actually this deck. The bison represents the Empress and divine feminine energy. What do we have right here? Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's the love offer. This is the love offer right here. Eight of Swords. Yeah, that was showing up in the pre-shuffle. I want to get one more card here. Temperance. Huh. Oh my God. Like, I know I'm trying to play around with how I want to do my desk. It's like, I just want to put Karmic Feminine up here. Like, this is the pedestal right now that I'm feeling from Divine Masculine, but they're so separated from their sense of temperance. Like, this is a very wobbly situation. Like, don't let this flamingo fool you. Well, on the surface, it looks like this flamingo has no problem standing on one foot. There's a lot of, it's like, if I was to project my issues onto this poor little flamingo, like, this flamingo deserves way better than being projected onto. But it's sort of like they're pretending that they're really good at tree pose. They're pretending they're really good at being strong. They're pretending to be beautiful. They're pretending to eat healthy. Like, this is someone who's faking it until they make it. And this is both the Karmic, who's represented by the Knight of Cups right now, and the masculine with the Eight of Swords. Like, masculine has decided that, well, I've already done what I've done, and what I've done is unforgivable. So, but they're trying to get out of it. You notice, like, we have the mole, and moles are blind. They have to work through feeling and sight. But every time they touch the sword, they sort of recoil. There's a lot of this recoiling energy because, this Knight of Cups, like, it's called the blue-footed booby. Like, it's so disengaging when you call it that. The Karmic is a booby. Like, let's just work with that. That's how ridiculous these fucking people are. I don't even want to bother clarifying this. Like, there's something with the Father of Cups that just seems so fucking obvious to me. What's going on with their feelings towards Divine Feminine? And I just want to shuffle up, right? Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Star. Let's have fun with this. Five of Swords. That was the weirdest shuffle, but that was kind of fun. Five of Swords with the Moon underneath. Like, okay, so if this is Five of Swords, this particular story, it's like this little critter keeps coming back to their home and someone makes a mess of it. And then they get into an argument and they say, look, we need to have things a very particular way. Then it walks away and comes back and somebody else came by and messed up the house. Like, their little home there. They can't even get into their house right now. Along with the Moon, there's some kind of secret. And I feel like this is you. This is sort of like you kept coming back to the masculine, and like the Three of Swords right here, it's like you got heartbroken. So you walked away and you came back. You say, look, can we just do this and this and that? Okay, yeah, sure. And then it kept getting stabbed over and over again. But there's some kind of secret judgment. Who's been naughty and who's been nice? And you're the nice one. Oh, man. Karmic failed the test, for which, points for Divine Feminine. But what do we have right here? Page of Wands, along with Three of Wands. I'm not feeling great about this Page of Wands, because this almost feels a little bit opportunistic. Let's get a third card. Eight of Wands. Okay. We got this horse that's like running towards their destiny. And I'm getting a little bit of like, horse therapy, equine therapy. There's something that you are doing right now, Divine Feminine, that in contrast to what's going on with Divine Masculine, they're pretending they're balanced, but you're actually going out of your way to find a semblance of balance, because part of the reason why they wrote you off, I'm not saying this is fair, but part of the reason they wrote you off is because they saw that you were I'm hearing very intelligent, And you're a little bit all over the place, like very enthusiastic. You wanted to explore the world, and they misunderstood you. That's kind of the way I'm feeling. It's like they misunderstood your intentions. And because you were exploring, trying to understand yourself, things felt as though you were all over the place. And they already decided that you were going to go find something else, go find somebody else, go connect with somebody else. It's sort of like they made a decision for you, but it's like you're starting to work on yourself. And somehow this information has got back to the divine masculine, whether that's energetically, because tensions are so stupid. It's just a very stupid situation over here. And the masculine wants to find a way out, find a way through. And you're getting out. Like, in some ways, this is really good news for you. So what's message for divine feminine? Hierophant, that came back. I wonder if we're going to be seeing some repeat cards, because I was noting earlier about the lightning strike with the Eight of Wands. You're learning something, and whatever it is that you've done, this masculine is really getting schooled. Like, there's a huge compliment for you in here, divine feminine. What are the actions that masculine is likely to take? Yeah, our pre-shuffle is beginning to come back. Well, it's justice. I'm kind of curious, just because. No, Nine of Swords. No, that's what the divine wants to show you. That Eight of Swords came back. Like, with the pre-shuffle, like, this is what is the most important part of how we started off this particular reading. You're actually entering into the semblance of divination and even maturity. But the crow is about communicating to us from the dead. Like, in some ways, masculines tried so hard to, like, pretend that you're not a part of their life, or pretend that you're dead, or the relationship itself could be dead in order to justify staying with this toxic person. The thing is that you're actually getting a lot better at tuning into your own divine frequency. Like, you are divine feminine, however, you still need to learn how to interact with your masculine energy. And this is shamanic. When you start learning how to interact with your divine gifts on the masculine polarity, that's how you can take all of your witchy woo knowledge that you've collected intuitively and are able to make a difference in the 3D. I don't even want to use this deck to clarify this. There's something, wait, whoa. Okay, we're going to do one card. Like, if Thoth wants to talk. Thoth wants to talk. Knight of Discs. It's like, whoa, horsey. I'm getting so much horse energy right now. It's like, whoa, horsey. We need to survey the land. We need to see what's going on. Like, maybe one, maybe two card. This is way too powerful, but thankfully you are, as a collective, are itty bitty, so we can afford to dive in a little bit deep. Tell me about this Hierophant. What does the universe want divine feminine to know about their gifts? Because I feel like you guys are going through a light code activation at this time, and somehow, some way, it's like if this rainbow in the card is the epiphany that masculine's getting, like it's aimed towards their neck, which in some ways that is the reception air. That is one reception area to the chakras, because my throat chakra kept giving out. So what's this Hierophant? We've got Fortune. So especially if you are getting a lot of subconscious information, you know, I'm seeing a Sphinx here. So when it came to, Egyptian, Babylonian, that's not one we hear very often, but there's like these feelings coming up to the surface of who it is that you are. And I think you are kind of afraid of sharing this with your masculine, whether if it was something as simple as, we're twin flames, and their reaction is, oh my God, you're so weird. Or if you suddenly decide that you believe that, you know, the Egyptian gods were aliens, like whatever extreme this is, there's something about your destiny that is in play to help reactivate your spiritual lineage. Ace of Wands, that's an activation. Like, You actually were going through an activation. Divine Masculine just wrote it off as though you were being flitty and flighty and ungrounded, maybe even childish. First of all, their loss. But in some ways, they weren't wrong because your vibration was elevating. And I'm hearing it like just out of this world, like out of control, unable to ground in. Like this this masculine had to get away from you because they would have diminished your light. The universe really wants you to understand that you had to get this person out of your life. They had to leave from your life. It doesn't matter who did what. Masculine is all bitchy and complaining about who did what, but they need to work that out with the karmic. What's this magician over here then? Because you guys are technically in alignment, even if you're not looking at each other right now. You're looking at masculine and you're activating and they're getting these subconscious downloads. Masculine is starting to look at you and they're starting to notice how you're getting away. Tell me a little bit more about the actions that masculine could take. I am drawn to the karmic loop. And I think it's more that their karma in general is getting highlighted, especially if they're kind of stuck in a pattern that Saturn, the planet Saturn, is trying to get their attention on. The Empress. Because remember earlier I was saying, like, you know, one of these decks, this one specifically, the Empress is represented by the cat, by the cow. Don't have a cow, man. In some ways, like, there's some kind of weird insult. Like, I grew up the obese life, and so growing up in the 90s, you know, being called a cow was supposed to be the ultimate insult because of my size. But cows are worshipped as being creatures of infinite abundance, love, nurturance, and care. And there's something about a projection that the masculine had that's being ripped apart because you're starting to show your true colors, whether if that is you're just doing your own thing. And that, this is a very important, divine feminine. You're doing your own thing and it has nothing to do with masculine. There's something about you living your life without having any kind of interaction with the masculine because they need to see you thriving without them. It's the irony. They're like, yeah, well, they're going to do fine without me, so I'm just going to leave them be. And they weren't wrong. They're just being kind of immature dicks about it because they have a karmic contract they need to work out with this person or multiple persons. What's at the top over here? Prince of Discs. This is that King of Pentacles that we saw a little bit earlier. And we got a calf. Whoa. Okay. The divine is asking something of you very specifically here. Masculine subconsciously ran away from you because they knew they would enslave you. Look how this cow is being used. Like, it's being used to carry the masculine. And, oh man, they know they would have used you. And they know they would have abused you if they stuck around, even if they wouldn't have said this to you, or you kind of look back on hindsight and realize their treatment was abusive. There's an ask for you to really acknowledge what actually happened with this person. What do we have for justice here? I'm going to pull two cards because we got the white cat and the black cat. We got justice cats. Because there's light versus shade. Like, you're coming into your light. Like, that's kind of the cool thing, divine feminine. Like, you're walking towards light and you're being encouraged. Continue walking towards your own light. Don't go enlightening the masculine. That's a mistake. If you try to enlighten the masculine, it over exaggerates the shade and they retreat into their darkness. But when you balance out, I'm hearing fade to gray. Like, that's a little bit of this star energy right here. There's a lot of darkness and a lot of light, but there's something about you trying to find the in-between, because it's very similar to how masculine and their karmic are trying to figure out the in-between place. And it's still very divisive at this time. There we go. With justice, we do have the 8 of Pentacles. It does say prudence. I'm also hearing due diligence. You are working towards something that will create a sense of independence for you. Masculine, because we did see that 9 of Pentacles before we went for the cut. They're not independent. They're just pretending to be independent. They're just putting on a show because it's fake it till you make it. It's toxic positivity. And they can't be around you for now because you need to still work on your own shamanic gifts. Because if you have any kind of divine gift, spiritual activations. You need to make sure they're all for yourself. Otherwise, you will get used. This masculine would have, oh, yeah, masculine would have given all your energy over to this karmic and you would have been perpetually drained. And you would have said, thank you. Like that's the problem with this dynamic. You would have, oh, I'm so glad I was able to help you with your problems. But masculine keeps giving their energy over to somebody else and taking from you. And you've been having this problem with multiple people more than likely throughout your entire life. Pleasure, 6 of Cups. There's the past coming back up to the surface. And you're being asked to acknowledge exactly how things happened, not how you think they should have happened, or projecting your issues onto the situation in the past. This is an ask for forgiveness because stuff is going to keep cropping up to the surface for you and it's going to diminish your ability to activate your gifts. And what do we have here? In the darkness, 10 of Wands. Until you're ready to forgive, and it doesn't have to be this masculine specifically, although I'm sure this counts, you're being called to forgive. You're being called to release a burden that was not yours in the first place. Masculine was following their divine guidance. They were being a bunch of dicks about it, and that's their karma to work out with this person. But the masculine was listening to their divine guidance because they knew they would have taken advantage of you. They know they would have taken advantage of your light because this masculine feels worthless. You're starting to elevate, and they're constantly trying to restart. Like, we can all have some appreciation with how exhausting it is to constantly restart our lives. This masculine has to pull the plug on their life in order to enter into their gifts. And in some ways, this masculine has to learn how to be their own feminine. Like, this is all about taking ownership for our emotions. So, what kind of energy can the divine feminine embody today to help them appreciate and take responsibility for their own giftings that are being revealed to them now? Got the dimensional planes of perception, portals, possibilities, and options. You are being gifted a chance to start making new choices. You are not an option to karma. You're being asked to start looking at portals that elevate you, not diminish you. Look for possibilities that align to you. Don't second guess what it is that you are going through. Keep moving forward. Keep healing. Continue to manifest a life of your independence, knowing that you are always loved and you will always be cared for and you will always be open to opportunity. I'm just saying, wow. Whew. Well, whoever it is that you are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you like my style, please make sure to like the video on the way out. Make sure to subscribe as well for future messages. And otherwise, when I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.